Yeah, Hassan Ibrahim is a talented Nigerian that has been in the industry right from my childhood, that I want you to learn from my story. It is not easy when you're coming up, when you're trying to become a superstar. Even growing up naturally is not easy. Not to talk of when you want to become somebody in life. You must be strong. You must be able to understand that nothing good comes easy. I, for example, Hassan Ibrahim Zule, I started as a dancer right from Makodi. I started as a dancer, and then everybody's plan as a dancer was to come to the national troupe of Nigeria. And then I heard about the audition of the national troupe of Nigeria. I now decided to find my way down to Lagos. Getting the transport to come to Lagos also was a very big issue then. I had to go around begging people that I want to go to Lagos. I don't want my career. I don't want to end up like this in Benue State. I want to move higher. I want to go further. And there's this audition that has come up, and I want to be one of them. I believe when I get there, I will be one of the first people that they will take, because then I believe, in fact, till this moment, I believe and I trust myself so much in what I do. And then I went round for about 4 or 5 hours that night looking for transport, and the audition was supposed to be a day before that day. So, by the grace of God, I got to my elder sister's house, spoke to the husband, pleaded with him that I needed to leave for Lagos the next day morning. And then he asked me how much I would need. I told him, at least let me just get something that will take me to Lagos. And then he gave me 4,000 naira. My cousin sister gave me 2,000. And then the next day I bought a bus, Benue Link, straight to Lagos. I was not choosing. Not because I was not good at what I do, but because it was not yet time for me to be a member of the national troupe of Nigeria. I never knew there was something else that God wanted me to do. Then I only sing whenever my mom is in the kitchen cooking my favorite food. That's the only time I compose music then. So I never knew I was going to become a musician. I thought it was dance that I was going to use to become whatever I wanted to become. To my surprise, it wasn't the dance that I even thought of. I danced in so many music videos like Plantation Boys, Julius Agu. I did a lot, even in gospel music videos. There was this day I was freestyling around the National Theatre, and this man, elated memory, may his soul rest in peace, Muhammad Danjuma. So he heard my voice and said, "Why don't you go into music?" I said, "Oh God, that's what I'm thinking of." He said, "Go into music because you have the voice. But when you want to sing, make sure you don't sound like anybody. Try as much as possible to be unique." And then I started making research of myself. And I now got to know what uniqueness was all about. And then that was how I started going into the studio to record. And getting the money to go into the studio to record was also a big issue. Nobody was giving us that listening ear to understand where we're coming from. When you talk about music, they feel maybe something is wrong with you. And then I started going from one club to another. Then it was Makosa that was in vogue. Then Makosa was everywhere. So, and I was a very good Makosa dancer too then. So I go from one club to another to dance, to entertain people, so that, the encouragement, the spray, they come to spray is the money that I used to go to studio. Then my colleague Michael used to be my dancer. I saw that we looked alike, and anywhere I go with my demo to perform, then they will always think that we are twins, because people already think we are twins and we look alike, as a matter of fact. So I decided to infuse him in the system. I told him, "Mike, I want us to be group." And then he said, "Bros, I cannot sing." I said, "No, I will make you sing." He said, "How?" I said, "Don't worry, I will make you sing." And that was how it all started. And then, to our surprise, the first attempt was a bang, and we never knew it was a bang. The video was all over the place. People were fond of the song. I go on the street, I hear people singing my song. There was this place I used to go to then. I don't know why I used to go to that place, but there is time in everybody's life that no matter how intelligent you are or strong, you just find out that you are lost. I was lost going to some kind of places then. This place is not a place that the way we see responsible people in Nigeria, a responsible person, if I may say, is not supposed to be seen around places like that. But my brother, because of boredom and frustration and, waiting for that right time, the time has not come. And then you find out that in between waiting for your time, you discover that you spend time doing other things. And then there was a time that they played my video on AIT, and then people were rushing, guys were rushing, good lumps were rushing to look at the video. And they didn't know it was I and my colleague that sang that song. I said, oh boy, they don't know saying that me and you sing this song. And then just in the wrong, they even push us come up for road to watch our video. Guy, me I no come here again. This guy here place I no come again. And then that was how we stopped. Before they now knew it was those guys that was always around them, that's always with them, that sang that song. They became so happy that now one of our people and all that. I won't want to mention the name of such kind of place because there are still people there. And it's not that they love going to that place, it's because they are lost. By the grace of God, they will get out of it. It's not easy. If they tell you say easy, according to True Baba and set up, yes, it's not easy. So when you want to, especially this music industry, when you want to come into it, just tighten up your belt. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid. But be ready to face whatever challenges that come your way, because that's the only way you are going to scale through.
Become one of us by clicking the subscribe button or follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook for more interesting stories.